Good day, I'm Andrea Chisholm and this is your GIS News for Wednesday, June 12. The Portia Simpson Miller-led administration is making strides in its efforts to entrench local government in the Jamaican Constitution. Portfolio Minister Noel R. Scott says the Chief Parliamentary Council is now working to finalize a draft bill entitled Constitution Amendment Local Government 2013. The minister gave that update during his sectoral presentation Tuesday and also indicated that a submission had been made to Cabinet for the amendment of 3 key laws to support local government reform.
The Local Governance Act, the Local Government Financing and Financial Act, and the Local Government Unified Services and Employment Act.
The acts will consolidate existing pieces of legislation and introduce new concepts which will help to modernize local governance and strengthen local self-management. Government has reaffirmed its commitment to education for all school-aged children, including pregnant girls. This as Cabinet has approved the policy for the mandatory reintegration of all school-aged mothers into the formal school system. The word came from Information Minister Senator Sandra Faulkner at the recent Jamaica House press briefing. She said that in the past, the young mother's education was left up to the school's discretion on whether to bar or allow them re-entry into the education facilities.
The schools will now be advised that places temporarily vacated by a student during a period of pregnancy should be retained for the student's return to school following the completion of an approved transitional program.
The policy will also allow for the young mothers to transfer to a different school following the birth of their children. Jamaicans can look forward to a more structured bankruptcy process as drafting instructions have been issued for the Insolvency Act. Information Minister Senator Sandra Faulkner says the law dealing with insolvency is currently contained in 2 pieces of legislation, the Companies Act and the Bankruptcy Act, which dates back to 1880.
The Act has just not kept pace with the modern legislative policies towards insolvency. As a result, the insolvency process is time-consuming and costly. The current law does not address the stigma of personal bankruptcy, does not make provision for rehabilitation or the reorganization of the business affairs of the debtor, and only the interests of the creditors are given paramount consideration.
Government has released the draft terms of reference for the West Kingston Commission of Inquiry and is inviting the public to comment. The Commission of Inquiry into the events which took place during the state of emergency in May 2010 is on the Ministry of Justice website at moj.gov.jm. The Commission is to inquire into and ascertain the reasons for the state of emergency, how the security forces conducted operations, if precautions were taken to protect citizens, and whether persons' rights were violated. It will also probe how Christopher Cook eluded arrest and was eventually captured, and ascertain how and for what purposes monies and other benefits were provided by the state to West Kingston residents after the events of May 2010. Comments should be submitted in writing by Friday, June 21, 2013, addressed to the Ministry of Justice. And finally, Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaites has reassured teachers that the ministry will continue to explore opportunities locally and overseas for graduates of teacher training institutions who can't find jobs. His reassurance came during a meeting held Tuesday with heads of the country's teacher training institutions and other ministry stakeholders. The meeting was held amidst concerns regarding recent comments made by the minister at a forum in Montego Bay. Minister Thwaites said despite the requirements outlined in Jamaica's IMF agreement, nothing would be done to impair the viability of the country's teacher training institutions as they were crucial to Jamaica's development. And that's it for GIS News today. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Thank you for watching.